All right, I'm going to put my graph up. This one is done on the computer. Your graph should look something like this. This is the way mine looks on the graph. Yours may be skinnier. Like yours may have smushed in this way. Yours could be spread farther apart. What this one is I counted by quarters. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's $1. $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, $2. $2.25, $2.50, $2.75, $3. My Y's on the computer graph are counting by 25s. If you're on the paper one, I counted by 40s. So if you want to see mine, that's fine. Our scales do not have to be identical. They don't. They just straight up don't. So then what we're going to do is we're going to look at our graphs. We are going to make some estimates. We're going to try and read some data from the graphs. We're not trying to make equations today. We're just going to read it. So they want to know if they set the price at $2.50 a doll. These are questions on page 49. If they set the price at $2.50 a doll, they want to know how many disappointed customers they will have, which means what we want to know, okay, that's right, is I want to know how many people ask for it, or how many people ask for it, which is our demand, and how many the store have, which is our supply. So we need to know both the supply number and the demand number for $2.50. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. Remember, my price is on my Y's. This is price. So if I go to $2.50, which is between 2 and 3, I happen to have a little line right here. I'm going to follow that up, and I'm going to read it. So looking at this one is demand, and this one is supply. How many people want the doll if it's $2.50? Estimate. What is the demand if the price is $2.50? I'm looking right where $2.50 is on my cost. So between 2 and 3, if you've got a ruler, which you should because you just drew a line, lay it down. Put it between 2 and 3. I'm going to lay my ruler right there. And I'm going to say, where does it cross both lines? And we're going to read those numbers. That's all we need to do. So for my demand line, this top line here, how many people is that? 350-ish. Maybe it's slightly less. Maybe it's 320. Maybe it's 355. We don't really know. We're reading and we're guessing up a thing. But I am cool with us using 350 right now. How many dolls does the store get? What is their supply? 175-ish. So if the store has 175 dolls and 350 people want them, is everybody going to get a doll that wants one? No. How many people won't get dolls? What is the difference? Yeah, about 175 people. Disappointed. So this 175 answers the question. We are reading the supply and the demand to answer the question that's asked. And sometimes the questions are annoyingly weird, like how many people don't get dolls? All right. Then we're going to do same thing with, oh, look, all of them are labeled question A. I love that. That's fantastic. It's A. Love it. So let's look at question B, because that's really question B here. So if they set the price at $3.80 a doll, so now we're going to do another estimate. And I'm going to grab me another color. Should not have used so many colors. All right, so we're going to look at $3.80, which is, for me, I've got this $3.75 line, so it's right here-ish. But you're going to use your graph because your line may be slightly different than mine. And again, we're going to look at the places where it intersects. When we're looking for these kind of what's the difference, we need the value of both our supply and our demand. And you can read it in whatever order you want. Just make sure you're looking at the correct line. Supply is the number of dolls that each store gets. How many dolls does each store get if the price is $3.80? Where does it cross? On my picture here, it's the black line. This line here. Where does that purple line cross this guy? Yeah. 325 looks about right. That is my supply. Every store gets 325 dolls. How many people come in and order one of these dolls if they are $3.80? What is my demand? $150. So are they going to sell all the dolls at the store that week? No, every week they're going to have extra dolls left over. So if they keep ordering and ordering and ordering these dolls, they're going to wind up with just a terrifying room full of dolls. How many dolls will they have extra each week? Yeah. Is it 175? Right? Yeah. Wow, we wound up with 175 different on both of those. Cool. So, now we're going to look at question C. This one only looks at one line. According to the graph, so looking at your graph, if the store gave away the dolls, what's the price if they're giving away the dolls? What's the price if they're just giving it away? 0. So when our price is 0, how many dolls does the store need? How much is the demand? How many people will ask if the price is 0? So we're only looking at demand. Yeah, it's pretty high. Yeah, it's just above 650 for me. $650-ish. So if they are handing these dolls away free, they are just passing them out, 650 people would want them each day. So question D is worded badly in your book. So I've reworded it on my screen. It says, what price is so high nobody wants it anymore? So what price is so high that the demand is 0? So look at your demand line. How expensive does it have to be for nobody to want the dang thing? Yeah. So it's going to be way over here, like $5.25, $5.10-ish. Something above $5. Let's go $5.25, just because I can. Our last one here. This is our last question of the day. What is the sweet spot price where they order the exact number of dolls that people want and they wind up with none extra in the store? Say it louder. Yeah. So 325-ish, somewhere right around here is where we want to kind of live in our ordering. We don't have too many extras. We don't have a zillion people coming in. You don't have my doll. So we want to have, ideally, if we're in business and we're doing kind of a product order like this, you would want to have the right number in store, because otherwise you're having to pay to store stuff, or you have whiny customers and you're giving away coupons. So you don't want to have too many extras, because that means you're not pricing your stuff high enough, or you're not having enough customers, and you also don't want people complaining about it that you're out of them. So you like to live in this little sweet spot where our supply lines and our demand lines meet. Okay? So we are going to continue working with this data set on Monday. There's more questions on page 50 about this same data set. So keep track of that. You guys could start working on homework 3. It is available up on Skyward, or Canvas, not Skyward. I believe there's only one more homework after that in this chapter. I think we only have 4 numbered homeworks, because I also know you had an e-learning day yesterday, which had an assignment. The e-learning assignment, when it auto-graded, was cranky about what order things were in. I will definitely go and fix those, so if you're pretty sure your variables are right, just in an order Canvas got cranky about, give me a few minutes and I'll grade them in third period today. So go back and check them at lunchtime if you're concerned about the grade on it. We will get information about our project either at the end of next week or when we come back after President's Day for our chapter test. But that is all I got for you today. Y'all have almost 10 minutes, 7 minutes-ish. Have a good weekend. Make good choices.